there everyone, it's Misty. Happy 2020. Welcome to a new year. I hope your new year has started off on the right foot. Mine has gone okay, but I have gotten behind on filming what I want to film for the new year. So today I am starting my little mini series called Prepping or Planning for 2020. It'll be in the title. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to call it yet. But one thing I've decided to do, and I decided this at the beginning of like December, maybe even the end of November, is to go on a no-buy for 2020. And I mean like makeup and beauty related, because let me just say, I'm a collector. I'm a collector. I have a bunch of stuff. And along with this no-buy, I've been introduced to this phenomenon called project panning. And basically, you use up the stuff that's already in your collection. I'm like, yes, sign me up. So I will leave the link, leave a link to the video that I was introduced to. YouTube recommended me this video. I think it was, I don't know if it was her intro or her finale. I don't remember. But a lovely Australian beauty vlogger who was doing a video. She's been doing it for a couple of years now, and she documents it every month on YouTube. So I thought, I'm going to do that too. So she is only, and there are like, I've been binge watching project panning people videos, and people pan eyeshadows. Some people pan like 9,000 items in a year. I'm not quite going that far, but I do have a lot because I collect makeup. I collect Bath and Body stuff, not Bath and Body Works, the brand, but like shampoo and conditioner and bath soap and bath scrubs and body lotions and body butters. So I've decided on this no-buy for 2020 and this project pan to help me kind of work through my collection. Now, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I had you guys guess how many eyeshadow palettes I have. At the time it was 59, now I think it's 63 or 64. But everything was purchased before New Year's Eve. So what I've decided to do with those is every week I'm gonna focus on one eyeshadow palette and film myself doing 3 looks with it, combine it into one video, and post it on the weekends. So I'm gonna talk about this more in kind of my weigh in and channel update video, which hopefully will go up before this one, but we'll just have to wait and see, because I have an idea that I want to do, and it's going to take a little bit of editing, and we're going shopping today. It's a whole ordeal. I'm filming this on the 2nd. So anyway, I'm hoping to do more beauty videos to help kind of with self-care and just helping me feel like a human in society, because I am at home, I'm disabled, I really don't go anywhere. I think I've been out of the house 4 or 5 times since like October 8th when I had my surgery, back surgery. So I just want to do something that will help me feel better, and putting on makeup makes me feel better. And so I'm going to challenge myself to wear makeup at least 3 days a week. And like I said, I'm going to use one palette a week, and then, you know, share the eye looks with you guys on the weekend. Yes, I know I said I have 63 or 64. There are only 52 weeks in a year. Some of them, like I have one that's just a glitter. It's just glitters. So that's one I can use over and over. There are a couple of them that I'm going to go ahead and declutter before I even use them. I've started a box for a women's shelter to give away. So I'll probably do that and kind of get myself down, whittle myself down to the ones I want to keep the most. So yeah, anyway, we'll see that in a little bit. So this is going to be a little bit of a long video because I'm going to share with you guys the products that I'm going to use for this project pan. Now this is a 12-month rolling project pan, and I may keep it going. I don't know. It depends on how this no-buy goes. This no-buy goes, because I don't want to bring anything into my collection unless I'm completely out. And the only way that I can purchase anything is if I'm completely out of it in my collection. There's nothing left I can use. The only thing I'm not counting in this is deodorant and toothpaste, but shampoo, everything else is the same. So what I thought I would do is I would do a full face, and these are my new glasses. Let me take them off. I would do full face and show you how I apply what I'm going to use instead of just sitting here and talk you through it. And a lot of people do that. They just hold up the item, talk about that they love it, blah, 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 blah. And there's nothing wrong with those at all. But I want to go ahead and walk you through it. So I'm going to start with an under eye primer. I'm going to go ahead and get that going. So I'm using the Ulta Beauty Under Eye Primer. What I'm going to do, I'm going to weigh everything. Some people, and I've marked some things with like washi tape, because you mark your progress and then you show it every month. But for stuff like this, I probably just weigh it. I don't have my scale yet. I don't want to bring my kitchen scale in here. I actually bought a scale that I can use. So hopefully, I'm trying to, I thought this was an applicator. You can tell I haven't used this before. Anyway, so yeah, so I'll have it, hopefully before this video goes up, I'll have everything weighed. I'll insert pictures of the weight. And then, like I said, every month I'm going to film a update video and we'll see how far I get. So some of these things are just about empty and I picked them on purpose, but a lot of them are the last, like the oldest things I've had in my collection. Like this, this is Anastasia Dip Brow in, or Brow Wiz, excuse me, in Soft Brown. I've had this since 2015. I think that's when I really started getting back into getting into makeup. Before I've just worn like tinted moisturizers and stuff like that. You guys have seen me do my brows before. I like to draw them out with a pencil, fill them in with a pomade. A lot of people don't like a structured brow. I like a structured brow, mostly because I don't have many brow hairs. And I look a little ridiculous if I don't have a structured brow. So the only thing I'm not including in this project pan are the eyeshadow palettes. Like I said, I'm going to try to use a palette a week. And this is all just like in the planning stages. Like I said, this is kind of planning for 2020. And even though 2020 has started, we still have a long time. We're 2 days into 365 days. So if you want to start something, don't worry about it that the new year's already started. Start it up. I hope to have already posted my video about my goals going for 2020. And my weigh-in, I took measurements, we took pictures. I mean, I'm on the ball this year. Everything's just going up late. And that's, I mean, Rob's been off and we've been under so much stress lately. I just wanted to spend some time with him without us being under any stress, without us having any worry. Before I go any further, I'm going to put something on my lips because they're a little dry. And it's been just nice to just, sit down and watch TV, and I've been watching YouTube videos on my iPad while he's been watching all of the bowl games. And then yesterday, oops, no, gosh darn it. Yesterday the Dallas Stars had their winter classic. They played it outside here in Texas. Gosh darn it. This is why I never wear nice clothes to film, but I wanted to today, and I've already made a mess of my shirt. Go, Misty. So anyway, we've been doing that, hanging out with Roxy, just enjoying some time where we've not been stressed. And honestly, I haven't allowed myself to be stressed about it. And because the more I get stressed about it, the more I just shut down and not do anything. Okay, my next brow product is the Dip Brow Pomade in Chocolate. Again, I've had this, you can see how much is in there. I've had this since 2015, I think. And this isn't the only color I have. I don't know that I'll try to work through both, but we'll see. These two colors are a little bit more warm. They have a little bit more auburn to them. If I get a chance to dye my hair, which is on my to-do list, because my grays, I may switch colors. The pencil will have to stay the same. Maybe. Do I have the other pencil? I don't know. I'm going to clean up underneath and I'm not doing the best job. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and speed through this so we can move on to the next project. Forgot I didn't show you guys how much of the brow product I have left. Now, I may measure this, I may weigh it, I haven't quite decided. Okay, so I like to clean my brows up, and to do that, I am going to be using this concealer from ColourPop. No, this is the foundation stick from ColourPop. Do I have the concealer? I thought I did. This is what I wanted to use. I hate this foundation on me. Hate it with a passion. But I figure I could get some use out of it by using it as a something to clean up my brows. So it'll probably take me forever to get through this, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna do my damnedest to get done. So I'm just gonna put some on an angle brush and clean up my brows. So I think that dip brow will probably take me all year and then some. I may give it to the end of the year, and if I don't use it up, then I'll just declutter it. But like I said, I've had it for 5 years. Well, 4 years. It'll be 5 years like this fall. So I don't like this foundation on my face because it's really drying. I think it's a matte formula, which I didn't realize when I bought it, and I have very dry skin. So I don't care for it as a foundation on my face, but it'll do as a brow bone cleanup. And I just go above and below to kind of shape them out. And one thing I like to do on the ends is kind of round the ends. I don't like them to be so square and boxy. So with the no buy, like I said, I'm not buying anything makeup related, and I don't have a BoxyCharm subscription this year. That's another thing. That's where some of my eye palettes came from, is BoxyCharm. There are a couple that I don't want that if you guys are interested in purchasing, let me know. One of them is the Dose of Colors browns. I don't like brown eyeshadow, and I dang sure don't need an entire palette with brown matte eyeshadows. I don't know that I've ever worn a matte look in my life, so yeah. Okay, I'm going to do something a little different. Normally I would do my eyes first, but instead of using a shadow palette today, I'm going to go ahead and use my bronzer and my highlight. So let's go ahead and start with the face. I'm going to do 3 different primers, which is a little excessive, I know, but I have a couple that I want to use up. And then, so I want to use up, this is a Japanesque primer, and you can see how much I have left. It's actually not quite that much, but I can't get it to settle. This is a silicone primer. I've had this again since 2015. Kristen Dominique raved about it, and I bought it. That's back when YouTube made me buy all the things. And then second one is this Smashbox primer water. I mean, you can see how much I have of this left. This was just a sample that came in one of those boxes that you sometimes get at Sephora or Ulta, where it's like all the Smashbox things. And I think one time it came as a free gift. So I'm going to use this to spray first. And then I'm also going to add an illuminator. So this has its own category. I don't really consider these primers. I mean, sometimes I do, I guess. But I like to have an illuminator because, like I said, I have really dry skin. I didn't mark this one, but we're looking about, it looks like it's about right there. I think you guys can see that, maybe. So, and I love this. This is the Lumi Glotion by L'Oreal. Love it. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of pumps of this primer on. This primer is just a silicone primer. I mean, there's nothing fantastic about it. I don't need pore filling. I know a lot of people have big pores around their nose area. I have 2 pores, which I'm very grateful for, because normally I would have, like, I have the reddest skin. It's so dry, but I don't deal with an oily T-zone. I don't deal with having, you know, big pores. So you'll have to let me know down below if you guys think you will do this project pan. Like I said, some people, there's this one lady I've been watching, and I don't want to, like, I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody, but I was watching her last night, and I told her, I was like, oh my God, because she was doing her makeup inventory, which I think I'm going to do as well. I've already inventoried my eyeshadow palettes. That's how I know how many I have. But she was going over her makeup inventory, and she has like 1,300 products. I think she said she had 700 eyeshadows. I don't know if that's individual eyeshadows. I don't know. But I looked at him, and he just looked at me, and I was like, I do not have that much stuff. I was like, I have more than I probably should have. I was like, but I don't have that much stuff. Thank you very much. So, yes. Okay, so for foundation, I didn't pick the oldest. Yes, I did. One of the things I picked is the oldest in my collection, and that's the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. This is the wrong shade. This is in shade N20. This is before I realized that I have warm skin. And I'm pairing that with this Pretty Fresh ColourPop Tinted Moisturizer because I didn't like this on me. It didn't give me any coverage. As you guys can see, I'm hella red. It's kind of calmed down since I've gotten out of the shower, but I like, if I'm going to put on foundation, it's going to be full coverage. I mean, I don't put on anything I don't have light coverage days because I just look red, and nothing I've tried has really evened out my skin tone. I used to not be so red, but now I am. So I'm just going to pump some of this on the back, and this is brand new, like brand new. And I don't, so it's brand new. And then I don't really know on these custom cover drops, but I'm just going to add like, I don't know, 3. Again, this is, I mean, I bought those as soon as they came out. So using my Real Technique sponge. My foundation always looks really light on camera, but it normally works out later. It's just these lights. So I didn't want to like just throw this away or give it away. And like I had those cover drops. I thought, oh, let me try that. And I also have a Revolution Pro foundation. That's kind of like those, well, it is a drop foundation. So I can use either one of those, I think. I am definitely going to set this because I can already feel it slipping around. So for that, I'm using the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. And when it's on its side, that's about how much I have left. I don't love this. I don't hate this. It's a little dark for me. But I'm not going to use much. I mean, it's going to take me forever to get through this. Probably the whole project in. Could use a big fluffy powder brush for this. Normally I wouldn't set my whole face, but like I said, this is slip slidey. So I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, let's see, why are you setting your face before you put concealer on? Wow, I have no idea. Well, I don't know that I really went under my eye. Sometimes I'm a dodo bird. I'm gonna do some under my eye once I do concealer. For concealers, I have two. Well, I have one concealer and then a color corrector. So this is the Ulta color correcting liquid concealer in peach. So it's just a pink color corrector. This is brand new. So if you've never used Ulta's concealer, it's actually really good. I have a regular concealer from them that I like. That's why I'm like, I am not buying anything new unless I've completely used up what I have, because I probably have like 30 concealers, 10 foundations. I have like 4 or 5 drawers with some one brand tutorials, or one brand, not tutorials, I don't do tutorials, one brand videos that I want to do with you guys. So yeah. So how that'll probably work is I'll probably do one brand a month. So I'll have 3 eyeshadow palettes a month, or I may just count those eyeshadow palettes because every brand has an eyeshadow palette that coordinates with it. So maybe I'll just do 3 looks with that. I don't know. I haven't decided. If it's something like Wet n Wild where I think I have 3 foundations of Wet n Wild, because I have the first one, then I have the stick, and then I have the new dewy one. I don't know. We'll see. So that's the color corrector. Speaking of Wet n Wild, this is their makeup stick conceal in the color Follow Your Bisque. This is my favorite concealer. One of them. Let me roll it up. It's not very expensive. I love the way it goes on under my eyeballs. I don't really have to set this during the day, so it does an okay job. If anything, one thing I have learned and decided watching all these Project Pan videos is that I will probably never in my life buy another face palette. I will never in my life buy another face palette. I'm gonna add just a little bit more of that Bare Minerals Mineral Veil because I don't need one. That's basically what it boils down to. And powder products take you forever to go through. And I guess I never really thought about it before, but it's like, it's gonna take me 10 years to go through all the blushes and not contours, what are they called? Bronzers that I have. And I'm like, what was I even thinking? Who thought that was a good idea? Really? I'm gonna take this e.l.f. Highlighter brush. No, I used that for highlighter the last time. We're not using that. I use this little Eco Tools brush. And again, I'm just using a little bit of that Mineral Veil just to swipe. I don't know that this does anything. I'm using the Ulta Brow Tint in light. I love this. But see how dark my eyebrows are? I still have to use light because medium is dark and dark is dark. So I just run this through. Again, I have absolutely no idea how much of this is left. I have a backup. I basically have enough product, like I said, to do a full face about 900 times. So I shouldn't have to buy anything anyway. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish the face and then I'll do the eyes last. For bronzer, this is Otis bronzer in my collection. This is a L'Oreal CoverGirl True Blend bronzer in the color, I don't know, they don't even carry this anymore, bronzer. That's the color. This is a very luminous bronzer. I like a luminous bronzer. I know a lot of people are like, no, but it's like, I have really dry skin. And I like my skin to look a little glowy. So the best way for me to do that is to pile on some dewy products. And it's not that reflective, seriously. But yeah, no, one thing that the other girls do that I haven't decided if I'm going to do or not is they do a refresh every quarter. So they'll sit down and film, like, I think it's a quarterly empty. I don't know. And if they are tired of a product, then they will switch it out. So I may do that. I may just try to work through this. I haven't really decided. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants because, quite honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can stick with this for a whole year. I'm going to do my best. Because I've made that commitment. And once I make a commitment, I hate not following through. But we'll see. So this is about how much is left. There's still a little bit of a dome. So yeah, hopefully maybe through the year, we'll see. Again, I've had this for several years. I actually probably have had this since I got married. Is it 10 years old? I don't know. Whenever they started making these, that's how old it is. Oh, let me go ahead and do my eyes while I have this bronzer out. Like I said, I'm just going to run this through my crease. Let me bring in some eyeshadow primer. Using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is just a sample. You know, they do those. I think I got it with the Vegas Nail Palette. That tells you how long ago that was. Ooh, no. Nope. That is gross. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not even going to bother. That's just, yeah, no, that's gross. That's going in the trash. I don't really need an eyeshadow primer. I do need a blending brush though. So I'm just going to take some of that bronzer and just run it through my crease. Okay, and so for my highlight, we'll put that on next. I'm also going to put that on my lid. This is throwback. This is the Becca Skin Perfect highlighter in Pearl. And got about that much left. It's kind of hard to see. There's a pretty big dip in it. I know a lot of people declutter Moonstone. I'm decluttering Pearl. I don't even think I own Moonstone. I'm going to use my Real Technique sponge, which is wet. This is a really interesting texture if you've never used it. It's kind of creamy. It's really subtle, I think. Yeah. I'm also going to add this to my eyelids. Am I? Yeah, I'll add it to my eyelids. I don't know how long it'll take me to hit pan on this. Probably just a couple of months, I would think. For cheeks. This is the Too Faced Love Flush Blush Wardrobe. And I chose a wardrobe instead of just one blush because I wanted variety. This is all the colors it has in it. So I figured this will take me the entire year to even hit pan on one of the blushes. But I'm okay with that because, like I said, I wanted a bit of a variety. And there is some variety. So I'm going to take... I can never find my blush brush. It's like it hides from me. Just take the stippling brush from... Wet n Wild. I'm going to use this color right here. It's called How Deep Is Your Love? Now, I don't know if they still carry these colors. I don't purchase from Too Faced anymore. Number one, I can't really afford high-end makeup. You're going to see some high-end makeup, but it's just stuff that I've kept in my collection. And then also, they're just a problematic brand. I have another problematic brand in this declutter, but I am of the mindset that I've already paid for the product, so it doesn't make any sense for me not to use the product. I think I'm going to bring in a, continuing the theme of two. I have the Urban Decay All-Nighter and the Catrice Dewy Setting Mist. Both of these are, I mean, Urban Decay has to be down here. I went ahead and used this first because the e.l.f. spray that I have, the sprayer isn't working. So I figure I can pour the e.l.f. into this. And then this I just want to use up, but I like using it every time I do my makeup. So I'm going to use this first to kind of set it and help it stay. And then this one to help it glow, be glowy. If you've never used the Urban Decay All-Nighter, it's legit. Back in 2016 was my 20-year high school reunion. And we had it in my hometown, where I grew up. The middle of July in southern Oklahoma, in the middle of July. It was literally, oh, and outside. It was literally 115 degrees that day. And we went. I wasn't going to go, and I was like, let's just go. I've already RSVP'd. And we, spent the night in my hometown and everything. So we went, and I didn't wear a huge full face of makeup, but I did wear some makeup. And it was hot. We were outside. We were in the sun. I mean, it was miserable. But you know what stayed? My makeup. I got back to the hotel and I was like, holy crap. And Rob's like, what? And I was like, look at my face. And he's like, yeah, it looks good. I'm like, yeah, it looks good. I've been sweating my butt off for 4 hours and my makeup looks halfway decent. Where's my mascara? So yeah. So this is the Amuse 2-in-1 pencil and liquid eyeliner. So one is a pencil, the other end is a liquid liner. This came from BoxyCharm. So that's the one I'm going to be using as my black liner. I figure it's the best of both worlds. So anyway, that all-nighter, it worked so well. For my mascara, I'm starting with Lights Camera Splashes from Tarte as my first one. I'm hoping I get through more than several. I hope I get through at least 4 or 5 mascaras. Like I said, at some point I'll do my makeup inventory. Maybe by February I'll have my makeup inventory up. So yeah. So I use this for my upper lashes, but I use something different for my lower lashes. I have yet to find a mascara that doesn't smudge underneath my eyes. I haven't found one yet. High-end, low-end, drugstore, dollar. It doesn't matter. I haven't been able to find anything. But so for lower lash, this is the Lash Discovery by Maybelline. This is the waterproof version. It's a really tiny wand. And again, I'll have to weigh these because I have no idea how much is left. So I am not decluttering a lip liner. A lot of people do. I'm not going to bother with it just because I don't wear lip liner very often and I don't really have very many lip liners. I think I probably have maybe 4 or 5 lip liners. Maybe half a dozen. For lips, I have 2 lipsticks I'm going to work on. I have Kat Von D in Lolita. I forgot the other color. And I can't see what it says. Lovecraft. So this is Lolita. And I have like the whole tube. This is a good nude on me though. Both of these are good nudes. This is Lolita. It's a little bit darker. I guess I can just swatch these for you guys. So that's Lolita. And these are her Everlasting lipsticks. No, they're not. Are they these Everlasting lipsticks? I don't remember. She's not a brand that I would support. I never bought anything anyway besides her lips. This is Lovecraft. But these are good nudes for me. And then for liquid lipstick, I have this sample of NARS American Woman. Again, a really good nude for me. I don't like wearing liquid lipsticks anymore just because they, I'm trying to make a mess of my shirt today. So there's that NARS liquid lipstick, just because they dry out my lips. And as I've been complaining this entire video, my lips are already dry. For lip gloss, I have the butter glosses from NYX. I have Meringue and then Blondie. So Meringue, Blondie. Meringue's kind of a purpley toned gloss. And then Meringue is more of a peachy. So those are my lip swatches. So Meringue and then whatever. What did I say? Blondie. Okay, brain. Are you okay, brain? I think for today I'm going to use Lolita. No, I'm going to go ahead and use Lovecraft because we're going to be gone for a while, and this one will fade a little bit better because again, it's almost my perfect nude. So that is the face done. I am going to add just a little bit of this gloss to it. But you can see it's just a little bit darker than my natural. Did I grab the right one? I did. Natural lip color. Okay, so that is a full face done. So those are all the makeup products that I'm using for, my rolling project pan. So how that works is when I finish something, like if I finish this bronzer, then I'm going to bring in another bronzer, probably my Physicians Formula, because the packaging, it doesn't fit in my drawers. When I finish a setting spray, I'm going to bring in another setting spray. When I finish foundations, I'm going to bring in another foundation. So that's kind of how that works. I do have a spreadsheet going that puts, when I started it, how much I've used. Like I said, I'm going to weigh it every week. I'm going to share progress with you. Every month. I'm going to share progress with you once a month. I'll try to film it, around the first of the next month. That way you guys can see the progress. This is the face makeup that I'm going to be using every week unless I'm doing a one brand. The weeks I'm doing a one brand, of course, I'll be using that brand. But when I'm not, that's what I'm going to be using. So if you don't want to see the skincare, body care, this is where I bid you adieu. But if you do, let's jump into that. Okay, so I'm going to start with my bath products and then I'll move to skincare. For shampoo / conditioner, this is the Briogeo Scalp Revival. This is you can see how much I have left. Where's the lens, Misty? This just needs to settle back down. This is a exfoliating shampoo, and I hate it. Kathleen Lights and Tati turned me onto this, and I was so like, yes, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna need it because my scalp, I have severely dry skin. all over my body. And my scalp is one of the worst. I mean, I get a lot of dandruff. And so I need something that will exfoliate my scalp in the shower. So I bought this thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be great. This just doesn't do enough. It does have something in it that feels tingly, so maybe it has tea tree oil in it. Tea tree oil doesn't help my head at all. When it's like, so if it's the night before I'm going to wash my hair the next day, I will put an oil on my scalp, and that helps exfoliating. I have one of those little comby things that you do in your hair that helps. I have a Not Your Mother's pre-wash scrub that I use, that helps, but this just doesn't help, and it's not very cheap. I mean, I had the 20% off coupon, but it's just not one. If you don't have a whole lot of dryness on your scalp, this may work for you, but it's not my favorite. But I paid for it. I'm going to use it up. For a bath, this is the Bath and Body Works Carried Away shower gel. This smells good. It smells real good, but Bath and Body Works dry out my skin. Like the lotion, the body butter, this, nothing, I don't know what they put in, but I can never, ever, ever use this stuff without it drying me completely out. But it's almost empty. It's been in my shower for probably a year, so I'm going to go ahead and use this up. Like I said, I'm dry. One thing that I have a ton of are body scrubs. So this is the Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub in Lychee and Plum. Oh, it smells so good. You can see I don't have a whole lot left. I buy these when Ulta puts them on sale. They're like $7. Buy one, get one 50% off. But they're only $7 a piece, which I think is great. I love these. My favorite scent is the lemon blueberry, which I think was limited edition, but this is my second favorite, this lychee and plum. I even have their body butter in this scent. I won't be using it right now, but so yeah, so I use this every time I shower, mostly on my arms and my legs. I haven't been exfoliating my back because my incision has just closed, but yeah, so I love this. Smells good. You smell it most of the day. I really love it. Speaking of lotion, I have a ton. This is one of my absolute favorites. This is Ulta's watermelon body sorbet. They have it in watermelon, I think coconut, and buttercream. I like the watermelon and I like the buttercream. This smells so good. Like it's a little bit of an artificial watermelon smell, but not too bad. The texture on this is so weird. It's like a yogurt. It's like a yogurt kind of texture, but this stuff is so cooling and so moisturizing, and you don't even need very much. Rob is the one that does my back for me when I remember it, and this is one of the only ones that doesn't bother him so much that he feels like he has to wash his hands right away. So I have a spatula that I'm going to use to whip it back up. The texture is a little different because it's been open for a while, but the Ulta puts these on sale all the time too. I mean, there's a hint of artificial watermelon, but I just really love it. And this is another one that stays on for a while. So this has shea butter and jojoba oil, and I just love it. Water, glycerin, shea butter. I love it. But I need to go through this because it's open. Like I said, I have a buttercream one. I think that one hasn't been opened. I don't remember. Again, I'll talk about all this when I do my inventory. So that's it for body care. Let's talk about skincare. And I'm going to kind of go in the order of application, I guess. So first things first is a cleansing oil. I use a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm. I use the Burt's Bees. You can see how much, I mean, I use this every time I take off my makeup, and you don't need a whole bunch. I will say this is the cleansing oil with coconut and argan oils. This is for the normal to dry skin. You can get this at Ulta. This stinks. It stinks real bad. So what I did is I added some orange essential oil And that helped a little bit, but it's still not the best smelling ever. I know there are a ton more cleansing oils out there, and I've actually also been using the Physicians Formula green tea and matcha cleansing balm. I love that too, but this is also really, really good. Really like it. Again, if you can get past the smell, and you don't need much at all. If you've never used the cleansing oil, you literally pump it on your hand, put it on your face, and it'll remove all of your makeup. So I really like it. And it even removes, it does a pretty decent job of removing waterproof mascara. I like to use an oil makeup remover for that. I know not everybody does, but like I said, I'm dry, so oil doesn't bother me. So my next step would be a second cleanse with this. You're going to see this brand a lot because I love it. This is a Your Good Skin refreshing face wash, and I probably have about this much left. That you can get this at Ulta, you can get it at Walgreens. This whole line is so good. It's very natural. I don't know if it has fragrance in it. If it does, it's a very light kind of spa-like scent. It doesn't smell medicinal, but it doesn't smell perfumey either. I love that this is like a jelly kind of face wash. I just pump it on my face and then use my Clarisonic dupe, the Vanity Planet brush to go over my face. I really, really love this, and you can get it on Ulta. They put it on sale. Not quite as often as I wish they would, but they do. So that's my second cleanse. And then I use a toner. You can see about how much, so it's to the bottom of the washi tape. This is their pore minimizing pore tonic or whatever. I've never been one to use toner because I felt like toner was somebody, you know, who has big pores and stuff. But when I've watched a couple of people, skincare people, mention that it's a good cleanse, like it gets the rest of the makeup off, then I don't mind using it. So all of these I would repurchase. I already have a backup of the Burt's Bees, which it may last me for the rest of my life. And I have a backup for a couple of these too, but so yeah, so this is the only toner in my collection. When this toner is gone, I am going to have to repurchase. I have several cleansers because of BoxyCharm, like I have the Glam Glow, I have a Dr. Bart or Dr. Brandt one. So some of this stuff, like I said, I'm not going to have to repurchase at all. This is the only one that I've shown you so far that I would have to repurchase. So my next step would be a serum, and I actually have a couple. So first, I like the Your Good Skin Balancing Skin Concentrate. So good. If you mix this with an oil and then like your regular moisturizer, which one was I using for a while? Like the Soap and Glory one. My skin felt like the that Drunk Elephant $50 a container stuff. And the only reason I knew this because I got a sample one. But I love this stuff. I use this twice a day, day and night. It's the first step in my rehydrating of my face. 2 pumps is enough to do your whole face. I have this one. I have 2 more under my sink. That's how much I love it. Another serum that I have, this one's okay, it's not my favorite. This is the Body Shop Drops of Youth concentrate, and you can kind of see where it is. This is a little bit of a thicker serum, so this is more of like a lotiony serum, and then I'll put this one on next. I don't know if that's the correct correct order, that's what I'm looking for. It works for me. I only use this at night because again it's a little bit thicker. Like I said, this is okay. I don't know that I notice a difference in my skin, but it is one that I'm going to go ahead and get out of my collection. Next, I have a face oil. So this is the Josie Maran Argan Intensity Cream. So this is an argan oil. This is what you've seen me put on my lips the last couple of times. I wish I had more money so I could buy her argan oils. I love her argan oils, but a 4-ounce bottle is $100, and I just can't. So, but she has a light, and she has a day and a night one. So the day one is like lighter, you still put it on your face, and she has a night one. Her oil is just so good. And I've used the other one. Right now I'm using the Shea Moisture Argan Oil, and it's just not the same, but it's expensive. But I bought this because I watched somebody with dry skin on YouTube put this on their face before they put their foundation on, and I was like, I need it. And I've had it. I haven't worked through this. I have worked through the mini bottles of oil that I bought one Christmas from Sephora, but I want to finish this. And this is basically full, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, it's got about that much left. In the end, and then, so after I put that on, then I put on a moisturizer. So this is the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. This is all right. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I have a backup because it came in a box deluxe last year. So I will be working through this. It's okay. I don't know that it's worth the money. My favorite moisturizer, which I don't even know if they make it anymore, is the Speed Plump by Soap and Glory. It's like a whipped texture. It's a weird texture, but I loved it. And I can't find it. I think they discontinued it, as they do. But yeah, so that's my face cream. When I finish this one, I have a couple other products that are open that I'll probably switch to. I have the Neutrogena one. I have, I think one from Sunday Riley or something that came in, again, a BoxyCharm. So I have a ton of makeup thanks to BoxyCharm, and that's why I'm not doing it this year. But yeah, so that's that. And then for eye cream, I have the eye cream as well. See that? And then last but not least, this is one I actually used to use. No, I have two more things. Let me do this one. Lip scrub. This is the Tree Hut Sugar Lips. This one's all right. A little expensive for what it is. I think I have a Wet n Wild one. I have several. The new ColourPop one, if you guys watched my most recent ColourPop haul. So yeah, so last but not least, I actually use this sometimes as a face moisturizer. This is the Origins Drink Up Intensive. A good dupe for this, which I don't even know if they carry it anymore, is the Perfectly Posh Apricots Overnight. It's not that much less expensive than this. I think this is $24. You don't need very much of this, hence why it's taking me this long to get to this. But I was using this as my daily and nightly moisturizer. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is use it as intended, as a face mask. So I exfoliate my face every other day. So when I exfoliate, I like to do a mask at night. And this is not like, it's like not a wash off mask. This is a mask. It's going to soak in overnight, and then you can, wash it when you wash your face the next day. So I love this one. And then I have the Ulta watermelon one. Ulta's watermelon just gets me. It just gets me. But this is so good. Smells like apricots. And I love, this is the only one from Origins that I've tried, right? No. Well, yeah, because the other one I got in the little gift set was like a charcoal. And again, I don't need pore refining or anything like that. But this is really, really good. So yeah, an hour. That's the fastest I've done my makeup in forever. So yeah, guys, so this is everything in my project pan. It's a lot of items. Like I said, most people just do just do makeup. Some people do makeup and skincare, or like a hair item. I don't have a hair item other than my shampoo, because I just use the same, it's the Not Your Mother's purple. I don't remember what it's called, but it's kind of like it's not a gel, it's not a mousse, it's kind of just like a serum that you put in your hair, and that's what I do. And then I sprayed it with a little bit of hairspray. I mean, I don't do a whole bunch, but yeah. So that's it, guys. Let me know down below if you think this is something you would be interested in joining me with. Like I said, I'm going to film updates once a month. All of my beauty related content is going to stick to the weekend. So just a Saturday or a Sunday. It's not going to be an everyday thing. I don't fancy myself a beauty YouTuber. That's not what this is for. Like I said, hopefully I've done a pretty good job of explaining it in another video. But if I haven't, the Cliff's Notes version is, this is part of my self-care for the year, is, getting up, taking a shower, putting on makeup, just 3 days a week. I think I can commit to that. That still gives me days, you know, if I'm not feeling well, that I don't have to do it. I'm not setting any particular days. Oh, I'm going to get up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and put on makeup and film it. You know, that's not what I'm doing here. This is just, you know, me trying to really take care of myself in 2020. Because if you've been with me, the last 4 years have been bullshit. And I feel like I really need some pampering and just taking care of myself. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you made it through an hour of this, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in this. If you think, oh, I forgot one more thing. Misty, cologne or perfume. I'm gonna actually put this on. This is Organza by Givenchy. You can see how much I have left. This is the cologne. I don't like the cologne. I like the parfum in this. But when you buy the cologne, you get this huge big bottle for like 50 bucks. When you buy the perfume, you get a little tiny bottle and it's like $90. But you guys, oh my gosh, it smells so good. If you're buying Macy's or Dillard's, or I think Ulta maybe carries it. I don't know if Sephora does or not. Go smell it. Again, it's Givenchy, some people say, but it's Givenchy and it's organza. It smells so good. It's very deep and musky. It's got a little hint of vanilla in it. I get compliments every time I wear it. Like I said, I don't love the cologne version. The cologne version is a little bit more sharp. The perfume version is very smooth and I sprayed a lot because it's the cologne. If it was the perfume, literally one spray on my pulse point and you can smell it for an entire day. Just smells so good. So that's the last time. I was like, I'm forgetting something. I don't have an extensive perfume collection. I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 scents that I rotate through. But yeah, okay, so that's the end. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you have had a fantastic New Year's. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.